Welcome to Perry Unlikely. Today we're going to talk about Theta Network, what problem they are trying to solve, how it works, and what type of price target I expect to see throughout this bull market. So it's very fitting that the way you are watching this video is YouTube, i.e. that would be streaming. And streaming is big business, whether it's podcast, smart TV, streaming cable, or Netflix, or YouTube. Streaming has become a part of everyday life for many of us, and it's only going to continue to get bigger. Well, with that streaming comes issues of bandwidth. You have to have increased bandwidth to be able to stream and not have issues while you stream content. And it's that problem that Theta Network aims to solve. To start off, let me give you a couple mind-blowing stats about YouTube, and I'm going to leave a link to the article that I got the information from in the description for you to read if you would like to. The total number of people who use YouTube is 1.3 billion. 300 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute. Almost 5 billion videos are watched on YouTube every single day. YouTube gets over 30 million visitors per day. The total number of hours of video watched on YouTube each month, 3.25 billion. There are mainly 5 or 6 large Google data centers that YouTube uses. First of all, let's take a simple look at what Theta says that they do. The leading video delivery network powered by blockchain technology. Theta allows users to simultaneously watch video content and earn token rewards for relaying video to other users who are also watching the same content. Users can contribute to the Theta Network on any PC, mobile device, or smart TV. For video platforms, integrating Theta into their video delivery stack enables them to reduce their video delivery cost, deepen viewer engagement, and drive incremental revenues. By spending less on video delivery infrastructure and more on rewarding their users, Theta-enabled video platforms can grow their user base and gain market share. So with that little bit of information I gave you about YouTube in particular, and just how many videos are being uploaded a day, that's just YouTube. That is such a big number. And remember, as the internet was originally built, it's almost very similar to, I would say, Ethereum's scaling issue. They've continually had to work on it to get more bandwidth to be able to handle what's coming online. Now we're entering the world where everything is basically streaming, and that number is going up and up and up. So because of that, the amount that we're streaming is outpacing where the capabilities are. So the fact that the stats that I gave you were just YouTube, start to think about all these other platforms, social media. You've got videos, pictures, all kinds of content is constantly being uploaded, and that is where Theta wants to solve that problem. So to explain to you exactly how Theta works, and remember, this is not to go super in depth. This is just to give you really a base of understanding about how Theta Network works and how they are trying to solve the streaming issue. There are certainly other videos that do go more in depth, but that's not the purpose of this video today. Please remember, I am not a financial advisor. Before you invest your money, you should seek the help of a professional. So as I mentioned, with those 5 or 6 data centers that YouTube's using, it's not just YouTube that are using these type of data centers, but I really want to use them for an example because as much streaming and as much as involved YouTube is in the video world, they're a perfect example of who we can use, and pretty much everyone else will fit into that same bucket as their businesses grow the same way that YouTube does. So take those 5 or 6 data centers. So currently I have a video. I'll take this video, I'll upload it. It'll go to one of those data centers where geographically it will be passed out to the end users, that would be you watching the video, as it comes time. Well, remember, these are a lot of files and a lot of data being held in these data centers. Because of that, a lot of time there's lag because of geographical reasons. So for example, they try to keep that data as close to you as possible. So you on the other end watching the video, they want that video to come to you from the closest region to you. But still, obviously the world is big. There's going to be delays and lag time in there. And certainly even content that is older, that's not looked at as much, those are even separate and kept in another place because they're not used that much. So videos that aren't as popular. So even for videos like that, depending on where certain people live, they're going to see more of a challenge watching that video with no issues. We've all seen that uploading screen that seems like it takes forever to load. This is the problem that Theta is trying to solve. So how does Theta want to solve this problem? Instead of having those few centers, the easiest way to really explain it to you is I'm able to use my cell phone or able to use my computer, tablet, smart TV to give up some of my extra bandwidth to allow those close to me to be able to watch the same content that I am. Because I'm allowing them to use my bandwidth, it cuts down on this information having to be in a data center where it has those long relay times. And because I'm willing to let others use my bandwidth so that they receive good quality video, and it takes stress off of that traditional network that YouTube is currently using, I am rewarded, and this is what makes me want to share my bandwidth. Now also, there is the T-Fuel token, and if I want to contribute to a Guardian validator node, and you have to have 1,000 Theta tokens to do so. Now that number used to be 10,000, but because Theta is trying to get more decentralized, they lessen that number to 1,000. And if you contribute in that order, then you're able to get T-Fuel tokens as your reward. Because T-Fuel is a staking reward, typically with staking rewards, there is more volatility and downward pressure because people obviously take those and sell them. But coming up, T-Fuel is going to be burned more and more. So there is going to be opportunity for the price on T-Fuel to go up as well as the Theta token. To really simplify it, here's the best way to put it. If you remember when the internet used to have dial-up and it was really slow, or even those first cell phones that had internet, but it wasn't a smartphone, and how long it used to take. And now for those that have an Apple, think about when you want to send a picture and you don't even have to send it through a text message any longer. You can simply share it, and you can share it very quickly. So imagine being able to share the content that you watch with other people throughout a network. And also, as the network gets bigger, it's going to become easier and easier to share, and you're able to give your excess bandwidth up and you're being rewarded. So it's almost like if your neighbor needed to use your internet connection and you let him use it and he gave you some sort of reward. If you're not using the internet to its max capacity, then that works out for both of you. Although I probably would not recommend doing that with your neighbor because it's likely not legal, but that explains the process of sharing your bandwidth and how you're rewarded with tokens. Now, what I like about Theta is Theta has great partnerships. They partnered up with Samsung VR, so that is a really big one. And they've got some other partners as well. They partner with Chainlink. Anytime you hear Chainlink partnering up with someone in the crypto space, it's a good thing. Theta has smart contracts that are interoperable with Ethereum smart contracts, and Theta is also NFT compatible. Theta is hitting on all cylinders in terms of the crypto world right now and those key items that are important to crypto narratives right now, and also they will be DeFi capable. Now, as far as the price action, at the time of this video, Theta is at $5.06. The market cap is ranked 18th, and the market cap currently is 5 billion So pretty big cap, but still believe there's great room for upside. The current circulating supply is 1 billion. The total supply is 1 billion, so they are all out on the market. Now, you probably think that Theta is trying to compete with YouTube. That is not the case. That's what makes me feel even more bullish about Theta. Actually, on the board of Theta are the founder of YouTube and the founder of Twitch. So these are two massive streaming platforms that really believe in Theta's product. And these partnerships, I think, are going to contribute to Theta's growth. Theta actually has a U.S. patent. So we're talking about a cryptocurrency with a U.S. patent. Now, think about all these other platforms throughout the years who have been bought up by Google, i.e. YouTube, or bought up by Facebook. Knowing that streaming is only going to become bigger, think about the fact of that intellectual property that Theta has with the fact that they have a patent. This is definitely one I think that's going to be a big deal in the long-term future. I am super bullish on this. And actually, I do hold Theta. I remember when Theta was around literally 10 cent last year and 20 cent. Now, what you're waiting for. Where can Theta go during this bull market cycle? I believe Theta can reach a market cap of somewhere around 40 to 50 billion in this cycle. Now, will that happen this year? I think this year I could see $20 to $25, and that is if the bull market extends into next year. But at the end of this cycle, at some point, I do believe we'll reach a point where we see parabolic gains with the altcoins. And if that is to happen, I do believe we'll see Theta at some point get up to $40 to $50 billion in market cap, putting Theta at somewhere between $40 and $50. And if that were to happen, we would see Theta do somewhere around an 8 to 10x from this point on. Many people say they think Theta can get up as high as 100. I actually do believe that's possible, but I do not like to overextend the valuations that I put on these. I always like to play it on the side of caution. So for me, even if it reached somewhere in about the $40 billion market cap, I would be thrilled, but I'm already thrilled with what it's done so far. But as far as the long-term outlook, very bullish, and I believe we will continue to see Theta go up, and they have a great use case and a great team. Tell me your thoughts on Theta. Do you hold Theta? Do you like it? Tell me in the comments, how high do you think Theta will go during this market cycle? Leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm. Hit the bell for notification. Hit that like button for me. Thanks to each and every subscriber. Thanks for watching Perry Unlikely, and I will see you next time.